Straight ahead, we take a look into middle school students who are debating some big topics.
Well, we're here for the third of a series of debate competitions. We have 6 schools, 6 public schools that are participating. These are all urban schools, all Title I schools, and coaches, students, parents, very excited, have some spirited competition, and we want to try to continue that competition.
The reason why I'm here is because debate is really passionate, and I really love debate. It's because you get to get the facts and the statistics, and you get to argue a resolution. And sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's easy, but either way, when you're debating, it's like an awesome feeling if you put it that way, because it's not like arguing and you don't get emotional, but it's the reason why you get to state the facts and how you state the facts. Well, the Duval Urban Debate League is basically getting kids into debate because it helps them, like people when they see them, they give them scholarships and money. It opens doors and gives them opportunities for when they get in high school or what college they want to go to.
Well, the Urban Debate League was started about 2 years ago. It was just a vision, an idea to inspire the kids at an early age so that they would grow up with knowing both sides of the coin. About 2 years ago, we put on a demonstration for the local school board and some community leaders, and we kept paving the path, and just being very persistent in the need. And before long, the DCPS finally thought that it might be a good idea to get it going, and so we started up in the beginning of fall this year.
Debate is such a wonderful experience, and I know how much it impacted me as a youth, and so I really wanted to have that opportunity to show that same impact to the students. It's amazing to watch them from the first time we came in, and we're trying to get down the lingo of debate, affirmative, negative, here's the issues that we're talking about, to see them now reading and speaking confidently. It helps them academically in the classrooms with their fluency and their reading skills, but also their argumentation. Our kids love to argue, we know that about middle school students, but to see them formulate their arguments, find the evidence to support them, and to be able to articulate that clearly is really a wonderful thing as an educator, as an adult, and as somebody who cares about the future of our students. We started our year following what the National Forensic League, which is the operating system that controls all debates, high school or collegiate debates across the country, modeling our program after what they do. And their topic this year is working with issues related to social justice and poverty. So in our inaugural year, in a teaching year where we are trying to learn ourselves but also get the kids started, we selected a subset of that overall topic of social justice issues and selected food stamps as our first topic. So the first 3 tournaments that we had, we solely focused on food stamps as a way to get the kids interested and motivated. A lot of our kids have experience with that program, and they understand what it means to be on the receiving end of that. So to have them research it and understand how the program was created, how it's changed, why it's important or why it's not working was really impactful for them.
What I was debating is the federal government should increase food stamps to all persons living in poverty, and I was on the negative side. I was technically saying that we shouldn't increase it and that we shouldn't decrease it, just if it could stay the same, because there's a lot of people who fraud the system and we're spending too much money.
Maya has been a child that always kind of needed a challenge intellectually, and sometimes it's very difficult to give her that. This was the first thing that really allowed her to open up and to actually show, the wealth of knowledge she has, her intellectual abilities, and it keeps her very engaged and intrigued. So it's the first time that, as she say, that she can debate and not get in trouble. She can argue and not get in trouble.
Each competition, it takes it up a notch. I think initially kids were somewhat afraid, not really knowing what to expect, and what I found out as we've continued with this process, kids are perfecting the art, a lot more confident, speaking with a lot more confidence, and it becomes personal. The challenges, there's a lot of pride involved with this, tremendous amount of enthusiasm on the part of the students, and these kids want to win. They want to come out on top. They take a lot of pride in what they're doing team-wise, concept-wise, the research that has to take place, the fact that they're doing it online, It's preparing them for creating better oratorical skills themselves. It elevates them among their peers, and those are some of the benefits that we're seeing.
I actually learned a lot of things during all these 4 debates. The first debate, I kind of got a feel of how the flow of it goes and everything else. And the second debate, I kind of got used to it. And third and fourth one, it's just easy now. The best part, I think, is winning. I don't like to lose. If I like to win, that's why I do whatever it takes to win.
Middle school debate is the most important part of this whole equation. We really wanted to start in middle school because we're losing our children in the transition from 8th grade to 9th grade. The statistics show that, you know, they're at their most challenging stage in life. So we did not want our kids to not have the inspiration, the motivation, and the skills to transition into high school.
We want to be able to expose our elementary students, maybe some 4th and 5th graders, to this concept. So once they get into middle school, they can sort of be polished and be ready to move into it, because once we find out that there's a true relationship as far as students and what you expect, they will generally rise to the level of expectation. And that's the expectation that we have. We ensure that we have adequate training as far as our coaches and also the students are concerned. And once they get a taste of it, it becomes contagious.
Well, when I get older, I didn't really think that I'd be wanting to be a lawyer or a debater. I actually want to be a fantasy/realistic fiction novelist. And debate would help me with my articulation, the way I speak, and the way I'd be able to write. Because people always say, the way you speak is the way you write. The way you write is the way you speak.
It makes me feel great as a parent to just know that, you know, my 12-year-old's already, you know, debating what colleges she wants to go to. At 12 years old, she has 5 more years of school, and she's already like, this is the high school I want to go to, I want to go for this is the degree I want to go to. And that's very different from some kids nowadays, that she's already planning her future. So the Duval Urban Debate League actually opened Maya up to just different realms and just allow her to say, okay, it might be 5 years away, but I need to plan for it now.
My hopes long term for the Duval Urban Debate League is for us to produce the next president of the United States. When I say us, meaning from Jacksonville, homegrown students who can make it to the next level and make it with a sense of inspiration and a sense of knowing that life is about the decisions you make.